The issue of the World Trade Center Memorial in the rubble after the towers fell was this cross, this cross made up of two beams, and it has served as a symbol of inspiration for many. And it was decided that it will be included in the permanent 9/11 memorial at Ground Zero. Well, an atheist group is fighting this. In fact, they have filed a lawsuit. The group is called the American Atheists, and they say that they don't believe that one religion, Christianity, should be represented to the exclusion of all others, and that either this cross has to come down or other religions or lack thereof, such as their atheist group, should be able to put up some kind of a presentation of their own. And they said they would be happy to pay for some kind of atheist display at the 9/11 memorial if they're going to keep that cross there. Someone who is against this lawsuit and in favor of keeping the cross at the memorial joins us right now. He is John Stonestreet. Thank you so much for being with us, John.
Thank you, Patty.
I wanted to read to you from the American Atheists website where they're talking about this issue. They say that this cross, first of all, they just call it somewhere, they just call it like an ugly piece of wreckage. Mm-hmm. This ugly piece of wreckage has been presented as a reminder that God, in his infinite power of goodness, who couldn't be bothered to stop the Muslim terrorists or stop the fire or hold up the buildings to stop 3,000 people from being crushed, cared enough to bestow upon us some rubble that resembles a cross. Ridiculous, in their words. Your response?
Well, listen, that's not really a question about the lawsuit, is it? That's a question about that God didn't do what they wanted him to do. Now, quite frankly, God didn't do what I wanted him to do. I wish he would have stopped those planes as well. But that's not the issue. That's just a way to kind of trumpet their atheism in the public square, when in reality, they really don't have a case when it comes to removing this cross.
Okay, well, let's talk specifically about their case. They say that no other religions or philosophies will be honored. It will just be a Christian icon in the middle of our museum. This will not happen without a fight. And again, they go on to say that they would pay for the inclusion of their own memorial of equal size. And if that doesn't happen, the cross should not be included. Equality is all or nothing, in their words.
Well, listen, that's actually just not true, according to the memorial directors themselves, that there's going to be Jewish symbols and so on. But see, here's the difference. The cross came out of that tragedy. No one's putting it in. It was found there, and people found meaning and hope there. There wasn't an atheist symbol that came out of there. If that was part of the whole event, then maybe there would be a place for it. But what's happening is that they're forcing a symbol there that didn't exist in the beginning, and saying that the symbol that Christians or even non-Christians found, and the hope that they found in this cross symbol, just doesn't count. That it's not legitimate for them to have this experience with the cross, but it is legitimate for them to not like it.
Yeah. So you've been getting feedback. You have several programs, and you're involved with a lot of different organizations. What kind of feedback are you getting on this?
Well, at Summit, and you can find us on, at summit.org, you can see our perspective on this. We don't shy away from the battle of ideas. And this is what's so disingenuous about this lawsuit, is that the courts have moved away from people just being able to be offended and then sue. They actually have to demonstrate injury. And so the American Atheist lawsuit here actually says that atheists have suffered from dyspepsia, in other words, indigestion and headaches and sleeplessness and that sort of thing. And listen, if that's the case, if someone actually gets physically sick from another religious symbol, that doesn't happen to me. I talk to atheists all the time, and I actually like them a lot. It doesn't make me physically sick. And I think probably the more accurate answer here is that they're just giving some sort of standing because they have to demonstrate injury, and it's really disingenuous. No one's getting sick here. They actually are offended, and they're trying to have some sort of ground for this lawsuit anyway.